YouTube. Hey man, what's going on? It's your boy Fish back for another one, and as y'all can see by that title, I will be going over my pay studs. It's been a very highly requested video, so I thought I should just get on here and give y'all that. Since y'all know I got fired, so like why not just give y'all the pay studs? I've been working with Swift. Well, I was working with Swift since March. I started orientation back in March, and I did the whole the orientation. I did the 4 weeks on over the road. I actually did more than 4 weeks, which I'm gonna show y'all in the pay studs. I did the training, and then I started solo OTR regional, or I thought I was doing regional or OTR. I'm not sure what I was doing. I just know I was over the road, and then after that I moved to the dedicated account, and then it's all up until this point. Like y'all literally can go all the way back, which is 3 months ago. And y'all can watch every single vlog up until this point. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, man. Please, 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 if you're new to the channel, make sure you leave a subscribe. But without further ado, let's get right into it. I don't want to waste too much of y'all time. I don't waste my own time. So let's get into it, man. All right, y'all. So first thing first, we got, I told y'all I started working back in March, which is orientation. A good thing about orientation, bro, is they literally pay for all your travel expenses. Like if you drive out there, they take care of your gas. Like they'll literally give you money back for the gas that you used while you was out there on orientation. They pay for the hotel. Only thing I did not like about the hotel was was a little bit outdated and old, and they tried to pair you with somebody that you didn't even know. So I was paying a little like extra. I want to say $80 to $100 or something like that. I was paying a little extra just to get my own room because I did not want to stay with nobody. I just could not do it. I didn't care if it was 2 days. I did not want to stay with nobody, so I wound up doing that. But orientation was 2 days long. When I got there, it was pretty nice and smooth. After the second day of orientation, I knew I got hired. Then that's when I started my on the road training, which I'm about to get into right now. So boom, this is whenever I started doing on the road orientation. I actually started, which is crazy because I actually started orientation like that I want to say not that next week, but the week after I started orientation. I mean, not orientation. I started training with a trainer. And really, in order for you to get paid on training, you have to it's a macro. I forget the macro, but it's a macro that you gotta send in every day in order to get paid. And if not, like they probably wouldn't pay you for that day, or they would pay you, but you would not get the right pay. Like you're supposed to get $650 every week while you was in training, but for whatever reason, I did not. I think I missed a day or two signing in, and I messed up my pay for that week. So for this week, I made $520, and as y'all can see, my year to date was $820. So already, me not even being a solo driver, already had made close to $1,000 just off of those 2 checks. And that's basically what y'all gonna see for like the next. I want to say y'all gonna see that for the next like the next like 5 checks. My next 5 checks, which I'm gonna pop on the screen, y'all gonna see. I got paid $650 for the student flat rate, and that's mainly because, bro, my training was supposed to be 4 weeks long, but if y'all do know, I'm in the military, so I had to leave during training to go to drill, which it really wasn't a big deal because on that account we was running out of hours anyway. We really ran the whole week. We would literally run all our hours out, and then we'll go back to Denton because I was training out of Denton. It's a Target account in Denton, Texas, that goes from Denton all the way to Colorado. So we would just run all our hours out, me and my trainer. We'd run all our hours out, and then we'd do a full 34. So it just so happened to when I was doing my 34. Is it a bug in here, bro? Jesus. But like I was saying, it just so happened that when I was doing my 34, I had drill. So during my 34, I was going to drill, and then I'd come back. I'd probably like take a day off from that work week, to do my drill, and I'll come back and get right back at it. So my training was actually 5 weeks, almost 6 weeks, bro. It was almost 6 weeks long, and honestly, bro, I did not like the training at all. But like the training was kind of, I didn't really like it. Which I probably speak more on if y'all want me to go deeper into that. But that's not really what we're here for. Yeah, I want to get paid $650 for 5 weeks straight because that's how long my training was. So enough with that. Boom. This is when I started OTR. I started OTR like literally right after I upgraded, I started OTR like the very next week. I did not start that same week. I started the very next week. So that very next week, I got out there on the road, and as y'all can see, bro, that was my very first load. Like, y'all can go back to my very first video and y'all can see my very first load. I literally only went to Dallas and Humble, Texas, bro, which is Humble from Houston is like a 30-minute drive, maybe 40 minutes, and then from there to Dallas is like 4 or 5 hours, bro. So that was literally all I did. And so I wound up making $244 for that week. Now, also in that same week, I did do miles in that week, but I guess it didn't fall in this pay period. So my next pay period, that's when it fell on, which y'all about to see right now. My next check, it was on May the 18th, or no, May the 23rd. May the 23rd. Now, in this check, as y'all can see, this is when I picked up my miles. I wound up grossing $1,000, but after all the taxes and everything, I wound up taking home $793. Now, when I seen that check, bro, I'm like, okay, that's not bad, bro. I can kind of work with that. Like, I'm just getting into it. I was complaining a lot because, bro, I would get loads, and that's when I started seeing that I was gonna be sitting a lot. Like, bro, I would get loads. I would get very short haul loads and just sit on them, bro. Literally, I would sit on these loads, and it was just bad, bro. Like, I felt like if I was able to deliver these loads earlier and get more loads, I'd be making way more money OTR. But it is what it is. So that's that. Then the very next check I got was which was May 30th. I wound up making $1,000 again, but after taxes, I only got $800. Now, I really don't even know. Oh, this was that trip. My second week OTR. I went to Arizona. That right there was probably my highest check OTR until I went dedicated. That check right there, bro. I was living a dream. Like, dang, I just went to Arizona. I just drove all these miles, but that was a 1,000-mile load. That was a 1,000-mile load. And the messed up part about that load right there is I didn't even get to deliver it. No, I delivered that load, but I had another load right after that I didn't even get to deliver. That I did not get to deliver. They made me go and T-call that load, which messed up my money, bro, because I had like 400 or 500 more miles left on that my second load that I didn't even get to do. So yeah, for this pay stud, I only made 1,000 something. And as y'all can see by my miles, I went to Arizona. I went to Phoenix, Arizona. Then I went to Tolleson, Arizona. Then I went to Las Vegas. That right there was a pretty fun ride. Now let's get into the next pay stud. The next pay stud, I wound up getting it July the 6th. And as y'all can see, I grossed another $1,000, but after taxes, I only made $858. Now, this is when it started picking up because I was just coming back from Las Vegas and stuff, and they were trying to route me back to Texas. So since I was already 1,000 miles away, they had to bring me all the way back. So y'all can see in this pay stud, I was literally like driving back and forth just to get back home. So I went to Las Vegas. Then from Las Vegas, I went to Cedar Rapids, which is Iowa, I believe. Then from there, I went all the way to Oklahoma. No, is that Oklahoma or is that Iowa? I think that's Oklahoma I went to. I'm not even sure where all I went to. I just know I was coming back for home time because I had to do drill. So I got back from drill and I only made for this pay stud $858, which was not bad. Now, this next pay stud, this is when stuff started getting, bro. This is when I knew like I just was not gonna be making money OTR, bro. As soon as I got back off from drill, my driver leader, bro, she was giving me loads, but these loads that I was getting, I was sitting on these loads forever, bro. Like, bro, as y'all can see right here in this pay stud on the 13th, only made $586, and after the taxes, only made $420. Bro, this load that I had, it went to Arkansas. That load, I sat on that load for like, I want to say 2 to 3 days, bro. I sat on that load for 2 to 3 days. And then I wound up going to Fort Worth, which I sat on that load. Like, that whole week right there, I was just sitting on loads for no reason. That was also, I think it was also around the time, what happened around that time? I'm not even sure. it was something that happened around this time. I just can't. It's not processing in my mind. But there was a lot of stuff going on this week that I only made that much money, bro. So let's get to the next one. The next one. This was July 20th. Now, on this one, bro, like I said, as y'all can see, in my miles again, I only made $495. After tax, $348. This is what I'm like, bro. What is going on? Again, they started giving me loads, and I started sitting on them, bro. I'm sitting on loads. Like, bro, I was literally sitting on loads, or they kept telling me they didn't have no loads in my area, which was really messing me up. That's when I knew, like, bro, I got to get off of OTR. So, that was for the 20th. Now, this one right here was on the, I think this was July the 3rd. No, I got paid July the 3rd. On this check, I wound up making $949, but after taxes, $702. Now, it did pick back up. I started complaining and stuff. I started complaining to my driver leader. I started complaining like, bro, I'm not getting no miles. Like, y'all got me sitting on these miles. I mean, on these loads that I can literally deliver in a day. I'm burning on my clock. Like, bro, my driver leader literally would call me while I be at shippers getting loaded. Because, like, I would be in, like, off-duty or sleeper. She would call me and ask me, why am I in off-duty and sleeper when I'm still working, not just being on duty? So that was another thing, too. Bro, I was burning my clock a lot because my driver leader would call me and tell me, like, I'm doing everything wrong. Which, coming to find out, I was doing perfectly fine. I just don't know what her issue was. But, yeah. I only made $702. And in this one right here, I went to Little Rock. I went to Arizona. I went to, Bowling Green and Beaver Dam, which is Wisconsin. And then Chicago. So that was that. Now this next week, bro, I already know this pay stub right here was ugly, bro. I don't even got to look at it. Like, I know it was ugly. Let me see. Oh, it actually wasn't that bad. This pay stub right here, I got paid July the 11th. I grossed $800, but I only made $591. Now, I'm not even sure what happened with my taxes, like why they took out so much money. But as y'all can see, I was in Green Bay. And this right here was actually doing the 4th of July, bro. This was actually doing the 4th of July. Y'all can go and watch my my vlog, bro. I sat on a load on the 4th of July for 3 days. And literally, bro, I literally would call my driver and ask her, like, why do they have me sitting on these loads for this long when I'm literally right there at the shipper? I can literally just go deliver this load. Or y'all can have me T-call a load, go do some more loads. Then when I'm done with those loads, just pick up that T-call and deliver it. Like, dude, like, it was just a lot of things that I felt like could have went differently, OTR, that just was not happening. So I wound up only making $591. I'm not gonna lie, when I made this check, I was heated, bro, because I'm like, bro, there's no reason why I have not seen $1,000 yet. There's no reason why I have not made consistently at least $800 every check. So that was that. Now this next pay stud, I grossed $622, which is on the July the 18th. I grossed $622 and I only made $458. Now, this one, I can't even recall what I was doing on this load, bro. I actually think I was sitting on these loads right here for a minute as well. Like, I think I was sitting on these loads as well, because it's just no reason why these loads right here, like, it's no reason why I'm sitting on these loads. And another thing, too, is, as y'all can see, at the bottom, it says my total on-duty time was 35 hours for the week. Like, bro, that's not a lot, bro. That's not a lot of time on duty, bro. If I get 70 hours for the work week and I'm only using 35, that is not good, bro. And just like the previous, like the previous week before that one, 49 hours, bro. I'm only spending, like, bro, I'm not even spending my full 70. Or I'm not even doing 50 hours at least. I'm barely touching 35 to 40 hours a week on the road driving behind the wheel, which was not good. So after that July the 18th check, I think this is when I went to go complain. This is when I think my truck wound up breaking down. I took it to the shop, and I had just came on home time. I wound up going to go complain to a terminal leader, because I was asking my driver leader, like, hey, can I get on the dedicated account, because I'm not making the money I'm supposed to make. Y'all had me sending these loads. Y'all keep telling me that y'all don't have no loads for me. Or I was literally sending in a planner message every single day, and they would tell me that they're working on it, and I just still wasn't getting loads. Like, bro, it was one day I delivered a load, and I had like, I want to say I had about 12, no, I had like 13 hours, no, yeah, I had 13 hours left on my clock, and I had to wind up breaking for a full 10 because they didn't have no loads. Meanwhile, I'm watching other Swift trucks pass by me with loads, and I'm asking other Swift drivers, like, hey, are y'all getting loads in the area? Like, yeah, we getting loads, woo-doo. So I'm like, bro, what's going on? So I wound up complaining to the terminal leader here at the Houston terminal, and she wanted to find me a dedicated account, because my driver leader kept telling me, like, you don't have the experience, like, you do realize you barely been a driver, like, you need experience on the road before you go, blah, 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 blah. Just give me a hard time. So in this check right here, I only made $371, and I wound up after taxes making $259. Now again, when I switched over, I did indeed, my truck was still inside the shop, and I had started this week late, so I had did a lot of loads, but the rest of my loads for the week did not fall over until the next week. So that's what y'all about to see now. Now, this next week, that's whenever I started doing, like, I started figuring out the account. I started doing like 2 loads, a load here, a load there. I was still figuring it out. I wound up making $953 after tax, $715. As I can see, like I said, I was getting like 2 loads, and then I was getting 1 load. And then, as y'all can see at the bottom, my total on duty time was 46 hours, which was not that bad because I was still learning to count, and I was doing like two loads here and there. But I was also wasting my clock a lot too when I first got on the account, because I still was in that OTR mindset to where every time I got a load, I would go to a cash scale and scale a load, while other drivers was hauling behind down to delivery. So that right there was holding me back, because I did that for like 2 weeks straight. And then I asked another driver on the account. He was like, bro, you're wasting a lot of clock. You don't even have to stop at cash scales. Like, you'll be good. So after that, then I had stopped going to cash scales, because I'm not gonna lie, had I kept doing that, I really was not gonna make no loads. Like, I really was not gonna make 2 loads. So after that week, the very next week, my check started staying inside a very consistent range. I actually think, let me see. No, let me just check. This check right here was August 22nd. I wound up making $948.82, and after tax, I made $712. And again, as y'all can see, I was doing 2 loads. I was doing a load, and then this one, the load started getting like scarce. So I started making cash advances, like from like, what is it, layover? I started getting layover pay. So my driver leader started paying me layover, and I wound up making $256 for that week just off of layover. And as y'all can see at the bottom, I worked 44 hours that week, which was not bad. I was still in that mindset, like, bro, I've been working for this long, I have not seen $1,000. Like, it started getting annoying, because it's like, I'm talking to other drivers, they're telling me that they making $1,200 a week, and I'm like, bro, how are y'all making that much money, bro? Y'all doing the same amount of loads as me. How are y'all grossing that? But hey, it is what it is. Now this check, what day was this? I can't even see the date on this check. I just know this is the next check that I got. I wound up making $980, and then after taxes, I made $736.40. And as y'all can see, again, I spent 54 hours on the clock, which is, to me, I feel like that right there was good. And then, bro, if y'all can get the loads, I was doing a lot of loads this week. I was doing 2 trips. Like, I was doing 2 trips a day. And then it was some days where I only did 1 load because of maybe, like, I think it was traffic that week, and I wasn't able to deliver, so I had to deliver in the morning. So that's what that was. Now, I think that right there was the last pay stud, which is actually crazy because, hold on, something not right. I feel like I'm missing a pay stub, because I actually got, bro, one of the weeks one of the weeks when I got where is it? One of these checks I did not get deposited into my account. I'm trying to figure it out. Hold on, y'all. All right, y'all, and man, y'all bear with me because I'm actually just doing all this right now. I did not prepare for this, but this check right here on the 15th of August. This is that week when I put my trailer in the ditch, which is like literally not too long ago. I put my trailer in the ditch, and I was supposed to get like $500 something for that week, but because I put my trailer in the ditch, they was basically telling me like, we're not going to pay you your money because of you putting your truck in the ditch, and we did not get the receipts. I was supposed to send receipts up to them, which I did, but they said it did not process in the system. So because it did not process in the system, I didn't get paid for that week. But they told me to resend the receipts. Otherwise, they're gonna keep taking money out of all my checks until I was debt free from the company, basically. So I finally wound up sending receipts. I finally sent it through. And then once it sent through, I want to say maybe like 3 or 4 days, I wound up getting that $500 to my account, which was very helpful. But I'm not gonna lie, bro. After looking at all of my like pay stubs, I honestly was not doing that bad, like OTR and stuff. It's just a simple fact that I was running a lot of miles, and they just had me sitting too much. Like I literally, like, let me tell y'all where I've been when I was regional. When I was regional, I literally went to New Mexico. I went to Arizona. I went to Utah. I passed through Nevada. I went through Idaho. That's how you say it. Is it Idaho? I always messed that up. I went through there. I went through Montana. I went through Wyoming, Colorado, Kansas, Nebraska. Like, bro, I was going through a lot of states. I went through, like, I'm not gonna say I went through South Dakota, but I went through like the outside of South Dakota. I also passed through, like, I didn't pass through the middle of Minnesota, but I passed through like the outskirts of Minnesota. I went through Iowa, of course. I went through Missouri, I already said Arizona, Arkansas, Louisiana. I did not go through Mississippi for whatever reason. I did go through Tennessee, Kentucky. I went to Chicago. Where else did I go? Wisconsin and Illinois. Oh, and where else did I go? Indiana. Like, I went through a whole bunch of states, bro, when I was OTR. It's just the fact that on all these loads, I just kept sitting on loads. Like, I would literally get loads and just sit on them. And if y'all don't believe me, y'all can literally go watch my vlogs. Because I did not hide anything from y'all in none of my vlogs. I would literally get a lot, bro. I was getting miles, but I would sit on loads. Like, it was some days where I would get loads and I would go deliver. As soon as I deliver, I would spam. Like, bro, I would literally spam and call. Like, I would call a planner on the phone, and then I'd be spamming macros on my tablet, trying to get loads, and they'll tell me like, hey, there's no loads in your area. Meanwhile, the whole time coming to find out, it was always loads in my area. They just did not give them to me. So it was just a whole bunch of like foolery going on OTR. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I most definitely would have preferred OTR my whole time in Swift rather than a dedicated account, because that dedicated account was putting me through so much stress, bro. Like, it was so much stress going on that account to where, I'm not gonna lie, if I did not get fired, I was probably going to quit. Or if I did not quit, like me just being real, I probably would have hurt myself, like, just driving, bro. Because, bro, I was really getting sleep on an account. Like, it was very stressful for me. Like, it was very stressful, and I was rushing. It was a very high pace. Like, it was very high pace, which I liked about it, but at the same time, it was very rushed. It was like I had to keep rushing. I wasn't able to just sit down and breathe. Like, I was constantly on the go. Like, it was times where I would forget little small stuff, bro. Like, bro, I'd back into the dock. Once I back into the dock, then I'd drop my landing gear and all that stuff. And then I'll try to pull off after I done dropped my landing gear and disconnected, but I forgot that I ain't pulled my dang on pin. Like, it was just little stuff like that. Like, it was just a lot of stuff going on with that account. But yeah, man, this right here is gonna conclude the video. I know I did a whole bunch of rambling and talking, but I did show y'all the pay stubs. it was, like I said, it was a very highly requested video. I know that y'all want to see more trucking content, but like I told y'all, it's gonna be a minute before I actually go back into trucking. I'm really trying to process and think of the next job I'm gonna go to. I'm just really inside like a little like crazy little, I don't know what to call it, a little pickle, because I know I still got the military apprenticeship to finish, so I have to find another job that's going to take that. That way I can finish out the apprenticeship before I can leave and actually go to a really good company. So I might be stuck in between another mega carrier, which is going to suck. But it's like, I got to finish out my apprenticeship. Otherwise, the VA going to be knocking in my door for that, all that money they pay me. So that's that. But yeah, I made it this far into the video. I love y'all. I will see y'all in the next one. Your boy Fish out. Peace.
AJ keep telling me unleash the beast who been dormant inside, but they come with intensity. V3 side, I know you silent, but they can't out rap you. That's why they keep trying to get rid of me. These niggas not in my range, they'll never come close. They can't get near my proximity. They love to fear my potential and talent. It's like I was born with antagonist energy. Back concentrated, regained all my focus. I see they still love to chase fame. Keeping the flames with no lighter. I'm feeling like Zeus.